Yeah. Again, emotional being, not being emotionally intelligent for yourself is really important. Like, if you're not emotionally intelligent for yourself, like if you're not focusing on your own mental health, it's a very bad thing that can happen. It is a spiral. It is such a negative thing that can end up happening, that it's good that it brings light to this stuff. I think, like, I have to shout out my favorite manga of all time. I have a favorite manga for every genre. I think my favorite manga for like depressing and like good depressing stories that give you a life lesson is The Summer You Were There. If you have not read it, I'm not going to spoil it because it's such a good manga. The Summer For You're There is a Yuri manga. So if you haven't really read any Yuri manga, I'd recommend you read this one. It's a huge jump into the genre because of how negative it is, because of how sad the story is. But it is such a beautiful story. Like, I remember, I think I posted this on Twitter. I said the reveal was one of the most tear-jerking, most heartfelt, and most genuine expressions of like grief I've ever seen in a manga, that it genuinely made me cry. It is the first ever piece of media that has fully made me start crying. As I wasn't even finished, by the way. This wasn't like, oh, I was done and I'm done with the manga and my emotions are finally catching up with me. I was like not even done with the third book or third volume of the manga, that I just started to bawl. And just like having the story be as concise, like you follow I forgot her name. I have the manga right next to me. I forgot the main character's name. But you follow the main character. She's depressed. We already know she's depressed during the first volume, and like the first sentence, you can tell that she's not happy with her life and she's depressed. And just the continuation of just how it builds up is just so good. And then the characters introduced, it's good. It's a genuinely good piece of media that I think everyone should read. No wonder it won an award. Like, The Summer You Were There won an award, by the way, which makes sense. It's like really good. And deserved it. It genuinely did deserve it. If you haven't read it, read it. But the premise is Doomed Yuri is just the whole genuine thing I could talk about. There's there beautiful manga. I'd recommend everyone read it. As well as watching all the movies I've stated before. People, you gotta read it. I think everyone needs to read like a really depressing, sad manga, not to put themselves in a depressing mood. That is not what I want anyone to go to. I just think people need to like, it's just, you get to learn from these, you know? That's what I feel like. You get to learn and just grow as a person from reading these. I feel like everyone, not that like, you shouldn't indulge too much on depressing media. Your mind is what you feed it. That's a big thing. I think people should understand. Your mind is what you feed it. You feed it more depressing stuff, you'll get depressed. You won't get depressed, but you'll have such a low, you'll be lower than you were before. That's why I feel like everything needs to be done in moderation. That's a really good thing. That's why I feel like those series are really good for. I think other series that do it, I don't think you need to read a depressing series for it to change you. Like, Bocchi the Rock for me, it is such a monumental series for me. It is my anchor series, as I call it, because like if I'm feeling down in the dumps, I just put on Sesshin Complex, start listening to it, and I'm already happy again. I think everyone needs some anchor series for them, like something that they can go back to that they're really happy about. And I think any series can like make you happy. It can make you become a better person. Like I know people who I've grew up with that wanted to become a better person because they saw how Goku acted in Dragon Ball. Like just because of how much of a righteous and actual caring person Goku is, they wanted to become a better person. I feel like what needs to be done, there's like different ways to grow. There's a role model, stories that impact you, like advice. Those are ways to grow from media. And depending on what is depending on how you'll grow. But again, everything as of everything that exists, moderation is the most important thing. That is what I have to say, and that is the one thing that I have to like anchor in here for everyone. You have to understand not motivation. What am I saying? Motivation for? That's weird. Moderation. That's what I want to say. Moderation is where it's at. if you constantly feed negative thoughts, not negative thoughts, but like negative information to yourself, you will feed back into your brain negative information. That is just what will happen. So that's why I feel like, again, watching these sad anime movies is good. It is honestly really, really great. But it's still a negative because of how much they could tax on your body or how much they could tax on your mental. That's why I feel like you watch a sad anime movie, watch some dumb shonen. You know, I like, if I ever like watch a sad manga or read a sad manga or watch like a really depressing anime, I'll just rewatch Bocchi the Rock to make myself happy. Yeah. 2 ways to take motivation from media. I want to be like this character, which is the Goku analogy, the role model. And this teaches me to be a better person, which is the, what's it called again? That is the story mentality. There's a really good manga actually of I think the manga is about this homeless man. I think it was like, he's either a construction worker or a homeless man. I forgot what it was. And the entire manga premise is just him living his life. He's just living his life, but he's constantly becoming a better person by doing things he's always naturally going to do. Like one time there was a baby stroller left in the park. He stayed with the baby stroller until the family came back. He waited like a day plus for the family to come back for the baby. He did not leave that baby alone in a park because he was like, I can't let this baby just be alone. And, you know, I can't let this happen. And in the manga, like this cult forms around him of like these people who want to become better people just because they saw how he acted and they were motivated like, oh, I want to be a better person because he's a better person. He's attempting to be one right now. Really great manga. I read it before. I forgot the name of it, but I feel like everyone should read it. Not everyone should read it. Okay, it's an old manga, but I feel like people should. If you like reading manga and movies that like make you want to be a better person, that is one I'd fully recommend. That is a really good recommendation. I feel like that is a really good manga people should read. I mean, if you guys have any recommendations for other types of media, I'll be gladly, if I know what they are, I'll gladly talk about them as well. But like, I think my biggest example of like want to become a better person is, I think I read, not read, but I remember when I watched Bocchi the Rock for the first time. This is a really sentimental to me because I love Bocchi the Rock. I have a corner on my desk to my right now that is the Bocchi corner. It is all Bocchi the Rock merch. I have the packaging of a Bocchi the Rock sticker that I bought that's still hung up here. When I watched Bocchi the Rock, I had like an epiphany because I was always scared to do something for the first time of like, oh, what if I mess this up? What about the people who like, you know, what are they going to say? But Bocchi the Rock has made me be like, oh, sure, you're like super nervous that this will happen, but it's not all in your head, but it's like you will have people around you to help you, and you'll never be able to grow as a person if you don't try. Trying and failing is what makes you human. And that's what I like about Bocchi Rock, because it's such a goofy way to show that like improving is always good. You can never fail at improving. You can only go up. You know, just the constant idea of Bocchi trying to become a better person, of how she wants to overcome her social anxiety by like constantly working, constantly trying to be better. It's just that motivated me to stop, you know, hiding basically. Like I remembered that like I never talked to anyone. When I was in school, I never like talked to anyone. I never played games online. I just was by myself because I'm gonna be, I didn't have much friends when I was growing up, to be honest. Kind of thing I gotta say if I'm gonna, you know, admit stuff. But yeah, I kind of had like no friends because I was just scared to talk because I kept thinking like, oh, what if I, you know, what if I do something wrong, and then what if I mess up? And that's why I never really did sports, because I was afraid of messing up for everyone. As soon as exiting high school, I was like, oh, wait a minute, you know, I can change for the better here, you know? Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like everyone has a series that they really like that changed them as a person. Some people, maybe Dragon Ball. Some people, it may be Sound Voice. Some people may even be Persona 5 Royale. Who knows? But it's those types of media that I think we can clearly define as like art. That's what I like seeing, you know?